Be less curious about people and more curious about ideas. One never notices what has been done, one can only see what remains to be done. Have no fear of perfection, you'll never reach it. I am one of those who think like Nobel, that humanity will draw more good than evil from new discoveries. Life is not easy for any of us. But what of that? I am among those who think that science has great beauty. Knowledge leaves no regrets. Except for radiation. I wish I'd never messed with that. I believe international work is a heavy task, but that it is nevertheless indispensable to go through an apprenticeship in it, at the cost of many efforts and also of a real spirit of sacrifice. However imperfect it may be, the work of Geneva has a grandeur that deserves our support. I was taught that the way of progress was neither swift nor easy. You cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. In science, we must be interested in things and not in persons. We must not forget that when radium was discovered, no one knew that it would prove useful in hospitals. The work was one of pure science. And this is a proof that scientific work must not be considered from the point of view of the direct usefulness of it. It must be done for itself, for the beauty of science, and then there is always the chance that a scientific discovery may become like the radium, a benefit for mankind. All my life through, the new sights of nature made me rejoice like a child. We must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. I have frequently been questioned, especially by women, of how I could reconcile family life with a scientific career. Well, it has not been easy. A scientist in his laboratory is not a mere technician. He is also a child confronting natural phenomena that impress him as though they were fairy tales. There are sadistic scientists who hurry to hunt down errors instead of establishing the truth. Humanity needs practical men who get the most out of their work and, without forgetting the general good, safeguard their own interests. But humanity also needs dreamers, for whom the disinterested development of an enterprise is so captivating that it becomes impossible for them to devote their care to their own material profit. You must never be fearful of what you are doing when it is right. I have no dress except the one I wear every day. If you are going to be kind enough to give me one, please let it be practical and dark, so that I can put it on afterwards to go to the laboratory. After all, science is essentially international, and it is only through lack of the historical sense that national qualities have been attributed to it. Without doubt, these dreamers do not deserve wealth, because they do not desire it. Even so, a well-organized society should assure to such workers the efficient means of accomplishing their task, in a life freed from material care and freely consecrate. It can be easily understood that there was no place in our life for worldly relations. It is important to make a dream of life and of a dream reality. Sometimes my courage fails me, and I think I ought to stop working, live in the country and devote myself to gardening. but I am held by 1,000 bonds, and I don't know when I shall be able to arrange things otherwise. Nor do I know whether, even by writing scientific books, I could live without the laboratory. First principle: never to let oneself be beaten down by persons or events. There is nothing more wonderful than being a scientist. Nowhere I would rather be than in my lab, staining up my clothes and getting paid to play. It is my earnest desire that some of you should carry on this scientific work and keep for your ambition the determination to make a permanent contribution to science. Certain bodies become luminous when heated. Their luminosity disappears after some time, but the capacity of becoming luminous afresh through heat is restored to them by the action of a spark, and also by the action of radium. A great discovery does not issue from a scientist's brain ready-made, like Minerva springing fully armed from Jupiter's head. It is the fruit of an accumulation of preliminary work. We must believe that we are gifted for something, and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained. You'll never make me believe women were made to walk on stilts. There is no connection between my scientific work and the facts of private life. Each of us must work for his own improvement, and at the same time share a general responsibility for all humanity, our particular duty being to aid those to whom we think we can be most useful.